The Ink and Paint Club podcast is intended for mature audiences. I know we're usually talking about kids' cartoons and stuff, but there's going to be naughty language. Anyway, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to the Ink and Paint Club podcast, your weekly home for animation reviews and discussions.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the Ink and Paint Club podcast for this week. I'm your host, JD, and with me is my wife, Melanie.
The wife is here.
Yeah. Kyle wasn't able to see the movie we're reviewing this week, so...
Because he's a loser.
Nah, he's a busy man, so we gave him a pass. So yeah, speaking of which, we are talking about the latest in the, I guess, Lego movie franchise as it is now.
As we have found out. It is an actual franchise.
Which is really weird to think this is like the third movie.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Well, and we were saying how weird it is because the Lego movie itself came out, and then there was a good 2-year gap between that one and Batman, and then all of a sudden there's two this year.
Yeah, we got two Lego movies in 1 year. Crazy.
We're spoiled.
But we are talking about the Lego Ninjago movie.
Ninjago.
Which, honestly, going in, I had no real attachment to going.
Yeah, I had no expectations.
And, I don't know, it was...
I mean, I had fun.
It's a Lego movie.
It's a good way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah. The short of it is, it's a Lego movie. You're going to have a good time with it.
Mm-hmm. Totes.
But I'll get this part out of the way. Honestly, I feel like a lot of this movie relies on you having some kind of prior
Ninjago
attachment
knowledge
to the Ninjago franchise. Not so much like having to have knowledge of the TV show, though I think there were a few nods to it in the movie, which I get into. But
yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about...
I know only very few things from playing Lego Dimensions and stuff.
I didn't know anything about it.
So yeah, much like the other Lego movies, this one has a lot of well-known people in the cast. You've got Dave Franco as...
Now that's James Franco's brother,
Yeah,
right?
it's his little brother.
And he's also going to be in that new movie with The Room.
Yeah, he's gonna... James Franco's playing Tommy Wiseau, and
then his brother...
Dave's gonna play Greg.
Okay.
So we got Dave as Lloyd the Green Ninja, Michael Pena, who you probably... He's the...
that one guy.
The one guy from Ant-Man.
Okay.
As Kai the Red Ninja.
Wait, from Ant-Man?
Yeah, remember his funny friend who went on the rant and it does that whole side thing in Ant-Man?
The Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants him to get back into
Yeah, it's Michael Pena.
Oh.
Then you got...
who is he? The red one?
Yeah, he's the Red Ninja. You got Kumail Nanjiani, whose name I can never pronounce, and Zach Woods as the blue and the white ninja, and they're the guys from Silicon Valley. Fred Armisen.
See, man, Silicon Valley. Sorry, I got off track. That's one of those shows that people think it's so funny, and I don't get it. It goes right over my head.
Yeah, and it's done by Mike Judge, who did King of the Hill and stuff. So
it just goes right over my head.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. Sorry.
You got the Black Ninja Cole, voiced by Fred Armisen, who you probably know from Portlandia. And as this movie makes it, kind of shoves in your face a little bit, Jackie Chan is...
Aw, but he's so cute.
as the ninja teacher.
I have no problems with that.
No. So... It was kind of weird going from Lego Batman to this. Yeah. Because... So in the Lego movie, they kind of set up where it's it's... The Lego world is just the imagination of a child, right? Mm-hmm. So, had the whole thing with the kid and his dad.
But then the Batman movie had nothing.
Yeah, the Batman movie had
nothing.
Zero...
Which I didn't care for. I didn't mind. I don't... I don't like it when they...
Force that in there?
Introduce the real world. Because I like pretending that it's I like that.
Right.
So I think it's kind of dumb when they force and make it pretend. I like it.
Yeah.
That these could be believable characters with believable...
Right.
But whatever.
But this one kind of goes back to having a bit of a real world influence. Because it starts out with this kid who's I guess he was bullied or has a hard time making friends or something. He stumbles into this rando shop, I guess, run by Jackie Chan, and he tells him this story about Ninjago, which...
Okay, so that was, like, so random. This kid goes into the store and he's playing with a Lego, as kids do. Mm-hmm. And then, like, Jackie Chan, who's, like, this mystical old man... Just breaks out these little Lego characters.
Yeah, and he has, like, a little Lego figure made out of wood.
Like, out of wood.
Yeah, like, he just has funny. That. I mean, honestly, I think it was just, like, a very... You didn't have to think about it too hard. Yeah. Just to, like, we need something to set this up.
Yeah.
Because it's not like with Batman, where it's Batman. You don't really need a lot of setup for that.
Yeah, but...
anyone who doesn't already know what Ninjago is needs a little bit of setup, I guess.
I don't know. I feel like they could have just started the movie in the Ninjago world and I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like...
But, so yeah, it's basically Jackie Chan's telling this story to this kid, I guess to teach him confidence or something.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, it's about these ninjas fighting this evil warlord, and Dave Franco's character, the warlord's his dad, and there's a whole lot of funny shenanigans that go along with that. And yeah, there's a live-action cat at one point.
Oh, that was cute.
So yeah, the style of humor in this movie is kind of pretty much on par with the other ones. It's a lot of, like, awkward, like, long stretches of dialogue where people just going back and forth. A lot of it, I think, is kind of... It feels really improvised a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, I love the dialogue in these Lego movies. Like, you caught me laughing my butt off.
Oh, God. What was that one you just sort of dying
it was, like, so stupid. Like, because... So, I don't know, and it's like, the main bad guy doesn't know that the green ninja is his son. So the green ninja's all angsty and upset at...
Because they're teenagers that go to high school.
And the bad guy's name is Garmadon, but I'm just going to probably call him Garbador.
Like the Pokemon?
Uh-huh. So Garbador is all confused as to why the green ninja is all angsty towards him. And so he's, like, flying away, and he asks his minion, he's like, is the green guy still staring at me? And he's like, yeah. So he, like, puts his rearview mirror on and, like, looks at the kid, the green ninja, and he's like, oh, what a weirdo. It just made me laugh so hard. I don't know why.
And it's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting, like, that kind of humor.
Yeah, like, a lot of the humor in these movies are kind of, like, really quick, dry kind of humor.
I just love it. It's so stupid.
Yeah. I do like the humor in this.
I like all the Lego movie humors. Like, I just like the way it's written. Right. It makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah. So, I do want to say, again, that I think if you go see this movie, you'll get a lot. I think you'll like it. Mm-hmm. As I was telling you on the way home today, I don't necessarily think any of these movies are bad. I think they're all very well done. Yeah. And I would happily watch any of them again.
Definitely.
But I think if I had to rank all the Lego movies, they kind of go in descending order of the way they came out. I
agree.
Like... I enjoy the Lego movie more than Lego Batman, and I like Lego Batman more than I like this movie.
Yeah,
But, yeah, like, I don't want that to make it sound like I hate this movie, because I actually
Now, what I like about, like, the original Lego movie is that they were setting up the whole world, and so all the characters were brand new, everything was a new concept, and that was fun, because they built that, so you didn't need any pre-existing knowledge going into it. Now, the Batman movie was really funny if you're a big Batman DC.
Yeah, because it was a bunch of Batman references.
Yeah, there's a lot of Batman references, so it's kind of fun, and, you know, like, a 10-year-old can go into it and not really think much, because it's Batman. It's like, okay, cool, you don't really need to think much about Batman.
Yeah.
This one, though, I feel like, because it's an existing franchise for the Lego series, I think there was a lot they had to set up, or that they at least wanted to try to set up, and I don't know, I just thought it was too, like, it should have been more involved. It was kind of lacking in the description department, but at the same time, it's like things that if you needed to over-describe something, then the movie's not very fun. And it's a kid movie, so I don't think they needed the live-action bit. I think they could have just gone into the world with how they had the news anchors kind of setting it up. Oh, here's just a magical day in our world, and we're just so used to this guy attacking. That's just the way it is here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all they needed.
Right.
I feel like, and then they were just like, thank God we have these ninja kids, and that was, I think, a perfect amount of exposition. I think they didn't really need...
Jackie Chan's all set up and
stuff.
Like,
I didn't think they needed that. I think just the introductory part with the news team was enough explanation.
Yeah. I did think it was funny they actually used actual Michael Strahan.
Yeah, man. What else is he doing?
So weird. But, yeah, like I was saying, I think there's some bits in this movie, I think almost the whole conceit of this movie, I think really relies on little kids. And I honestly think this movie, like how the Lego movie was made for a lot of people and Batman was made for Batman fans, I think this movie is like them catering to their little kid audience because
Could be.
Well, I've heard like other like movie podcasts that I listen to like talk about this, and they say like, "Oh, I have no idea what this is," but my kid's really excited about it because they play with the toys and they watch the TV show.
Oh, well, yeah, I see. I didn't know it was a TV show. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really know much more other than that. Yeah. And I just assumed kids would be excited because it's just another Lego movie. Right. And you know, the Lego movies have done pretty good in my opinion. Yeah. I think in the vast pool of animated shows that are or animated movies that come out, I think these definitely stand alone and they've been doing really great. And what's fun about the Lego movies is they have enough adult humor in them as well that like our age group and parents can go and have a good time. Yeah. But
kind of going, you know, off of like people need to know about this is that, and you and I were talking about this earlier, is that they kind of spend a lot of time on the main character and his dad, but a lot of the other ninjas they don't really spend a lot of time on. No. And I feel like if you don't already know who these characters are, you don't feel invested in them at all because it's like, I don't know these people and so little time is spent on them.
I'm gonna dig in, is that alright?
It's fine.
Hey guys, sorry, I'm like coloring while I'm doing this, so if you keep hearing all this crackling, that's just me.
It's all good.
Alright, anyway. Yeah, no, I agree. I think
this is like they give them like the very basest of a personality for each of the other ninja guys. And
I know, and so what I was saying, it was almost like it was like too many. There was too many main characters.
Yeah, because there's like the main villain and there's 6 ninjas plus their teacher and
the mom.
And the mom. So there's like a lot of characters and they only spend time with maybe 3 of them.
Well, and if that, I mean, I don't know. And so it kind of stinks because I see what they're trying to do. You know, they in the show there's 5 of them. And I'm sure, you know, in a show you have enough time. You have a whole season to develop a character. And I mean, but...
Yeah, and I think that's like one of the biggest weaknesses of this is like they're kind of beholden to everything that's already included in the franchise, and it kind of hurts their story in the sense it's like, well, I get the story they want to tell, like, oh, they want to tell this father and son story, and that's great. And when they do that, it's good. Yeah. But because you have to include all these other characters, there's not enough time to
think. Yeah, I almost think it. You know, and obviously this would just destroy it, like tear the whole movie in different pieces. But I almost think they could have had the movie with just the Green Ninja. Legit. I think it could have just been him, and every day he has to wake up and fight this guy. Yeah. And that's just it. And it would have been fine, because then if they go on this soul-searching mission together, you're not worried about what the heck are the other ones doing. Right. Like, and you don't have to... And then it makes sense because their teacher, quote-unquote, is his uncle. Just happens to be the Green Ninja's uncle. So that ties it in all together with that. Other than, they don't go into, like, how these guys met, why there's mech robot things. They don't go into that at all.
They just have these things. And then there's a lot you're supposed to roll with.
Yeah, and so, like, the whole movie, the kids are like, oh, we're nothing without our mech ninjas. But it's like, why did he choose you to begin with or something? Yeah. Like, I don't really...
There's a lot. You're just...
Things like that.
Yeah, you're just, like... They're ninjas, it's Legos, it's a cartoon, just go with it.
Pretty much, and so...
honestly, I don't think any parent going into this with their kid is gonna question it. It's like, it's a dumb cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, robots are marketable.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of this is just like, let's sell play sets later. Yeah. Because I know you can buy those mechs as buildable things. But, yeah.
So anyway, that was just me. I just thought, as going in as, you know, as someone... Yeah. Who enjoys animated films for more than just something to shut my kid up for an afternoon.
Yeah. And speaking of the animation, I think I say this every time we review a Lego movie, but damn, this movie's pretty.
Yeah, the animation gets more and more convincing.
Like, they did a lot of, like, close-up shots.
Textures and stuff.
Time. Like, they would just zoom in on people's faces, and it looked like you could just touch the plastic, and like their face.
And they would show like the scratches and the paint marks, and it was awesome.
So they've really gotten down like what these models are supposed to look like. And like it's always so interesting to me watching these movies and just like watching how they build a world out of Legos, and anytime something breaks, it breaks how it would break in the real world. Yeah, and it's so funny because every time there's like a land like Gotham, Lego Gotham was just like, it was just like an isolated little island kind of thing, and same thing with Ninjago, it's just like an isolated little island. Right. And that's the world, because in real life when you're building a Lego set, it's there's nothing around it, like it's just the set. And I mean, playing Lego Dimensions, it's kind of like that. Everyone has their own little island that you go to. So it's kind of funny. Yeah. But no, it's funny because I love watching how they build the robots and how that is, and like when a building destructs, it's like you watch all the little blocks fall apart. Well, yeah, they didn't go too much into the whole master building thing in this movie. Okay, so I did want to talk about that. Okay. So yeah, that was a big thing in the Lego movie, and they kind of touch on it in Lego Batman, like because it was that Batman from the Lego movie. They had to kind of mention it. There's one part of this movie where they go specifically to build something. Yeah. They don't call it master building at all. It's just they're building a getaway car or something. Yeah. And that's really it. So like the whole which I don't mind. I don't really like that they have to go back. Like I that's what I didn't like in Lego Batman. They're like, okay, let's do some master building. And unless you saw the Lego movie. Mm-hmm. Well, I think because it was that specific Batman from the Lego movie, I think it's fine for that because that's already established in his world. But this one like seems a little disconnected from the Lego movie. I mean, honestly, the only tie to the original Lego movie universe that I saw is that like the little construction workers around are the same ones from the Lego movie. But I didn't even notice that. They look similar, I guess. But I mean, other than that, I go into every Lego movie with the intention that it's a whole different world. Like, obviously, with the Lego Batman, we knew they were playing off of that, but I didn't want to... I think if you go into this one and have not seen any other Lego movies, you're not missing a thing. Yeah, because, when I was worried about Lego Batman, I was worried they were going to bring up his breakup with Wild Style and blah, 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 blah. But they didn't go... It was, its own separate Batman story, which I liked. Yeah. So... They... What was I going to say? I don't know. Kind of blanked out. I couldn't tell you. Alright. So, we were kind of talking earlier about, like, the Lego movies are kind of, like, they're really goofy and stuff, but they kind of, like, hit on heavy subjects. Yeah, it's so crazy. The whole, like, relationship between Lloyd and his dad in this whole movie is, like... Well, so we can backtrack. So, in the original Lego movie, there was a bunch of drama with the live action kid and his dad. With, like, Will Ferrell and all that stuff. But also, like, the main character finding his place in the universe. Right. And then Lego Batman is fucking sad as shit. I mean, he's Batman, so he's a dead fan. But it's so it goes into, like, this whole thing, and then at the very end, when he's, like, saying goodbye to Robin, he's like, sometimes people that you love go away, and I was like, shit, Batman, damn, this movie's hitting hard. And then, like, this movie whole deals with, like, basically his dad was out of his life. So he's got all these daddy issues. It's like, damn, Lego, what did your dad do to you? Like, seriously. Although I think that about Adventure Time, too. Adventure Time has a lot of daddy issues. Yeah, it does. We were watching that last night. Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of weird when you brought that up. It's like, damn, a lot of people on Adventure Time have daddy issues. Yeah, Marceline, her dad, and then the Fire Princess with her dad, and then Finn and his dad fucking ripped off his arm. Then Marceline and her that's what I said. Dad, but I think... go moms, I guess. I guess. I think the whole, like, father-son thing, and this is kind of... I think it was handled pretty well. Oh, I liked it, yeah. Well, and that's how they advertised the movie right off the bat, was you knew there was a conflicting thing. That first commercial was, he was like, see you later, Dad. And then he turns around, he's like, what'd you say? So you knew going in what they were setting up. Right. And a lot of this movie, it's Lloyd and his dad, the Garmadon guy, just, like, hanging out and doing stuff. Yeah. Well, so, I don't know. I thought it was cute. I thought some parts seemed kind of forced, because... Like what? Well,
Well, it wasn't until he was like, I wish you weren't my dad, and then that guy was like, oh, now I suddenly care, but he, like, didn't give a shit any other time.
Yeah, the whole turn was kind of...
Like, and then when he went into the forest, it was just so fast. Like, it happened so fast. He was just there. Mm-hmm. Like, and then Jackie Chan was just gone. That was fast. And then all of a sudden, okay, here's the bad guy. Just...
Yeah, there's a lot of things that just kind of happened.
Yeah, they really did.
And I don't know if you felt like this. I feel like this is, like, in terms of scale, this is probably, like, the smallest.
It felt short to me. Is that what you mean?
Well, in the sense that, like, I don't know, in the Lego movie, they're, like, doing this whole globe-trotting thing, so obviously you get a big scale there. And with Batman, his world just feels big anyway.
Yeah,
but
like, big.
But there's only, like, 3 places these
people
go?
Yeah, that's true.
They go to the city, they go to the volcano, and they go to the jungle.
Yeah,
and that's about
true.
it.
Yeah.
And they go to those 3 places, and you're in the city a lot.
Yeah.
So a lot of that, a lot of the movie takes up that. So it's the scale of the world in the movie felt a little small by comparison, which is fine.
Yeah.
For a quick little thing you want to do.
Yeah, totally.
But that's just kind of how I felt.
Well, and then I thought it was really weird how... So they're in the forest, and it was supposed to be this crazy epic trial. And it ended up being, like, nothing.
Like a montage?
Yeah, like nothing. And I thought they were going to, like, each overcome a challenge and then discover their inner element. That's what I thought it was going to be. But no, they completely just washed over that.
Yeah, that happens pretty fast.
And then, like, spoiler, I don't know if you guys want to skip ahead if you don't want to hear spoiler.
Yeah, go fine. I think people are used to hearing spoilers from us.
So they're traveling because they're trying to get to this big ancient, like, building, like this temple.
Yeah.
And they get there, and Garbodor is like, oh, this is my house. Like, oh, okay. Conveniently his house.
Yeah.
So we're just in his house, and we see all these photos and stuff.
You get a lot of exposition here.
Well, just between the mom
and
the dad, but you don't learn about, like, why is the brother so good, and then Garbodor is so evil. What happened there? They were both born. They're twins. Mm-hmm. Or are they twins? Did they say they were twins?
I don't know.
He's the black guy is the older brother, and Jackie Chan's character is
the younger brother. But they make a joke out of that. Because they're both, like, 150 years old or something. Yeah.
And, which, that was really random, too.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then, so they only talk about what happened between Lloyd's mom and dad. They don't talk about...
What happened between...
The brothers. Because the brothers, just Jackie Chan's really good and fighting for good. And then Garbodor's an evil conqueror dude. They should have, to me, it seemed like it could have been like a...
There's a lot of backstory that could be fleshed out.
Yeah, like a complex he had where his younger brother was better than him or something, and so maybe that's why he went evil. They could have just went into that, like, so quickly.
Yeah, I feel like a lot...
Or just, he was like, oh, it's just fun to be a conqueror.
Yeah, basically a lot of his motivation is just like, I'm a dickbag to be a
dickbag. There was like, no... It was so random. And then, so they talk about how he met Lloyd's mom, and she was a good guy. Mm-hmm. And then he was a horrible bad guy.
But they got together.
Then they got together. So were they conquering things together?
I was kind of confused by that. And then he's all like, I'm going to conquer Ninjago or whatever.
And she's like, nah, peace out.
Nah, I don't want that for our baby. And then she pieces out.
Yeah, so I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's weird. I think one of the last things I want to say is, did you kind of feel like the first half of the movie was, like, really funny and then it kind of petered off at the end?
What do you mean? Like,
I don't know. I felt like...
I guess I can see what you're saying.
Like the whole first part, like, while they're...
LOL random kind of...
Well, I don't know. I feel like the dialogue was a lot... It was that kind of quick-paced, rapid-fire kind of joke kind of thing. And I felt like I was laughing my ass off for, like, the first 30 minutes of this.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And then it kind of slowed down.
Like, as soon as... Garbodor, like, takes over the city and they go on their journey, it, like, kind of slows down
like that part where they're about to be thrown in the volcano. It seems like it kind of slowed down.
Yeah, that whole bit with that. And even when they're going back to fight the cat and stuff, like...
And then, another thing that they just glossed over was when they were trying to find the ultimate weapon, and they opened up this treasure chest and were like, I guess this is it. Like, they had no reason to think that was it. And then...
But the box...
It looked like he had the green piece that fit all of them in it. Mm-hmm. I was expecting him to, like, put all of them in it and then have, like, this epic, magical
He does that in his mind later.
Yeah, but, like, it was so glossed over.
Yeah.
And then, like, none of them use those things. it was so pointless.
I would think it was more symbolic.
I guess.
Like,
what little kid is gonna... Whatever.
I don't know, man. But, yeah, I feel like the first half of this movie is, like, really, really funny. And then, like, after about the halfway point, it, like, there's still some really funny jokes in there, but it doesn't come, like, nearly as fast.
I guess
it slows down a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was... I don't know. I had a good time.
Yeah, I had a good time. I'm not in a rush to go see it again in theaters.
Yeah, like, I can watch the Lego Movie pretty much over and over again and still laugh. And Lego Batman I've watched, I think, maybe one time since I saw it in theaters and still thought
we saw it in theaters twice.
Oh, yeah, like 2 days in a row. With 2 different people.
So we were kind of Batmaned out by that point.
Yeah, I tried to watch it on the plane for our honeymoon. I stopped about 20 minutes in. I'm like, I've seen this.
It's kind of like...
I've seen it too much recently.
Yeah.
But I think... I might need some time away from this movie before I want to watch it again. Because, again, like, I've never watched the show. I, like, literally the only thing I have is that I played the Ninjago World and Dimensions, and I've got a few of the figures for it.
Well, so, and that's, you know, the thing is, I don't know, does the show, like, is it the same characters with the same names? Did they...
I watched, like, 2 episodes of the show just because I want to see if I like it. Yeah. And it's the same characters and all that stuff. And all that. All the voices are different, obviously, because it's celebrities.
Yeah.
But, again, that's, like, kind of why, like I was saying, you kind of need some kind of pre-knowledge of this franchise, because then you're like, oh, I know those characters from the show,
well,
and I already have an attachment to them.
Why do they have robots? And
I don't know if they ever got into that. I didn't... like, again, I only watched, like, the first 2 episodes, so they may have gotten into that later. I don't know. But, yeah. So, I think, all in all... I think if you're a fan of the other Lego movies and its brand of humor, you'll probably get a lot out of this, because it's just as funny as the other ones.
Yeah, and I'll definitely keep seeing Lego movies.
Oh, yeah. Like, obviously the Lego movie sequel, I think, is the next one on the list.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so. And I'm not sure if they have any other planned at the moment or if they've announced anything, but, like...
Well, you know, and that was another thing about this one. I think this was their first attempt at taking one of their Lego sets.
Because I think Ninjago's been, like, one of their bigger original
franchises. I know it's been around, and Cartoon Network I know was playing it, and so I think this was kind of their first try at...
Yeah, they probably wanted to, like, okay, this is our biggest original franchise we have. Let's test it out and see if it's worth making this kind of movies.
Because the other one, like, Batman was already a character, right? And then the original one was, like, a very all-original.
Yeah.
So...
And, I mean, the Lego movies, evidence enough that they've got a million franchises they can pull from, so
it'll be fun to see where they go.
I'm definitely interested to see what else Warner Brothers wants to
see it. Well, and so I know, like, a lot of people love these movies. It's very nostalgic for them because they grew up building Legos. I never grew up, like, I just had the giant tinkering one, like the giant.
You had Duplo.
Yeah. But, so I never played with, like, actual Lego sets. So I know for you, when you watch these, it's, like, a really close to your heart kind of thing.
I had Legos growing up. I had all the little figures and stuff, and it was great. So I get a kick out of this. And
so for me, I love the humor. And it's fun I love seeing how they animate it, how they take...
These simple little figures in the way that they
really have built a whole world out of it, and just like the way they draw the water and the fish coming out of the water.
And I like they even take advantage of, like...
Although, that is something I realize now. When Jackie Chan fell in that river, that was like real water.
Yeah.
All the other times.
And when they came from the... even Lego Batman had real water. I think only the Lego movie only had that kind of blocky water.
I thought it was all
Well, because when they're going through the jungle, that's like realistic stuff. I think I was saying something before, like a while back, that they were originally trying to pitch this as like it's a kid playing in his backyard, basically. So that's why there's sand and it looks like you're in your backyard. So there's a lot of like realistic stuff. But I was saying is like. I like that they take advantage in these movies of like the limitations of these little minifigures, because there's this joke that goes on for a few minutes where Lloyd loses his arm.
Oh yeah,
just pops it right out, and he's like, "Oh god, it's gonna hurt," and he just literally just pops it back in. It's like, oh, weird.
That was really funny.
And it's just weird, like how they try to maneuver these these characters when they have such limited mobility, and it's like the fight scenes in this are actually pretty. Oh, Jackie Chan choreographed.
Oh yeah, that was so cute, and we got there early, so we got to see the kind of like
Yeah, there was like this little thing before the show where it's basically Jackie Chan showing off that he did.
It was like him and his stunt crew. They choreographed the fights,
and they like showed it side by side.
It was so cute. Yeah, I loved that.
Like, this movie really wants you to know that Jackie Chan's involved.
Yeah, they really did.
Because even at the end of the movie, they showed bloopers of him trying to catch...
Which I'm fine. I love me some Jackie Chan. He's adorable.
Yeah.
I used to watch all those like Rush Hour and Shanghai Noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved those.
One thing I did want to say is... I think this movie finally pulls off the greatest Wilhelm scream joke.
Yeah! Oh, dude!
There's this bit in this movie where everything's just exploding and it's just one Wilhelm scream
just constantly.
It's just like 20 in a row.
Like, they were not even... I think they totally did it on purpose.
Oh,
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
because they knew the Wilhelm thing is so overdone, so they were just like, let's just beat the fuck out of the Wilhelm scream.
Just throw it one right after
another.
That
was hilarious.
So I think that was one of the biggest laughs.
I agree. Yeah, that was good.
But yeah, so Lego Ninjago, good movie, not great. I think we enjoyed it a lot.
I think
if you have little kids, they'll get a lot out of this. But like,
I don't know if it was like one of those things where the Lego company just bit off more than they could chew doing 2 movies in 1 year. Maybe if they had spent more time.
I think that's probably why.
You think?
I think that's probably why this movie feels smaller and why they chose one of their own franchises. Like, let's do a smaller movie, something we don't have to spend as much time on, and something we don't have to put as much. I don't want to say they didn't put as much effort, because there's a lot of effort put into this movie.
I
think it's just something that, like, a smaller scale story they want to tell, which I'm fine with. They want to tell smaller stories. I'm always up for that.
Yeah, why not?
Again, if you like the other Lego movies, I think you'll enjoy this as well.
Definitely.
So I think that does it for our review, unless there's anything you want to say, dear.
I don't think so.
All right, then. Go and check out the Lego Ninjago movie and let us know what you thought about it or what you thought about the other Lego movies.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All that good stuff. Justin will tell you in a second.
Fine.
Well, thank you anyway. But until next week's episode, I guess we'll just catch y'all later.
What could it be next week?
Only the schedule knows.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Ink and Paint Club podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can catch a new episode every week. Also be sure to follow us on our Facebook and Twitter so you can keep up with the show. Links are in the description. We'll see you next week.